What in the world are these things? A while back, the news came out that Jakks Pacific was going to make some 1/18 scale Sega-based action figures. And here we have Altered Beast Werewolf on the left side and the Streets of Rage Axel on the right side. And when I heard about these, I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. Some new 1/18 scale figures that would go really well with my other 1/18 scale figures. And then these came out, and then I was like, wait, what? What in the world is going on? Does Jakks Pacific not know what scale is? Do they not understand sizing? So anyway, I wanted to grab these things. I wanted to see how they really scaled up or lined up or heighted up with other 1/18 scale. And actually, let's even take a look at some other, say, 1/12 scale figures and see where these things line up. They look big. They look huge. They're not really a review of these figures, but I'll flip the box around if you want to see. It's kind of cool. It's got some game shots. For those of you who remember playing these games back on the Sega, was it Master System and Genesis? I don't remember if these are actually on the Master System or not, but I'm pretty sure they are on the Genesis. And you're going to want to stick around to the end where we have a lot of fun with these figures. So anyway, let's get these things just ripped open. I don't really care. Just gonna get these things out of the package. Okay, that's not gonna work. Pop him out. Wait, what? Wait, they held him in by one hand? Okay. Next, we're going to get this one out. Whoosh, whoosh. Wait, they got this guy like sealed in there? Oh wow, they really got this guy in there, don't they? There we go. Well, they must be sturdy. I mean, I was not gentle taking these figures out. Now let's uncontort these figures here because, well, I really contorted them. I mean, they don't look bad. The werewolf actually looks probably the best of either of them. Trying to get him to stand up here. But I don't know about Axel. Axel's the most disappointing of these, I have to say, especially learning that these are going to be 1/18 scale. So let's get these guys standing up a little bit properly. There, that's pretty close. Get the handy dandy tape measure out, and it looks like they are actually, at least Axel is upwards of about 5 inches tall. 1/18 scale is usually about 4 inches. And the werewolf, it looks like to be, I mean, if he was at full height, he'd be a little over 4 inches. His knees are bent, and it's showing about 5 inches. Wow. Jakks, you need a new ruler. So anyway, let's see, what's this? This is just a little ball with a peg, or with a hole. Is there a peg? Did I miss something? Looking again at the packaging, it doesn't look like I missed anything. I don't see any stand, or I'm not quite sure how you actually hook this on, if you even hook that on. Looks like this thing just slides over the hand. There you go. Now you can do this. I mean, they look cool on their own, but for what I was expecting, they're not great. Okay, Axel is not great. So let's take a quick peek. He does have some interesting articulation. If they actually scaled this figure down to a proper 1/18 scale, this might be pretty awesome. He's got butterfly joints, and I know it's been difficult for some companies to put butterfly joints in a 4-inch size figure. He's got bicep rotation. He's got a lot of cool stuff on him. There is no, let's see, he's got the bicep rotation. There's no rotation, but he's got double pin elbows and double pin knees, a thigh rotation. He could sit, kind of. Yeah, kind of. He's got a torso crunch, but no waist rotation there. Looks like there's a hinge and a pivot only down at the ankle. There's no boot cut. It's like, I mean, he bends pretty good. It's not a bad figure for what it is. It really isn't. But, okay, so Axel, stand there, my man. Stand there. Scoot these accessories off to the side. We're going to look at this figure up next to some other figures. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to bring in a Buzz Lightyear. That might give you an idea how tall he is. And then we have Zelda, who apparently didn't want to stand. So he scales in quite nicely with these two figures. This is about the right height for him. Take these away, smack the camera. Now we're going to bring in, let's say, Master Chief from Halo. So Master Chief is a taller than typical 4-inch figure. In fact, let's grab that ruler here. And he's like, what, about slightly over 4.5 inches? He's a bigger figure because scale-wise, in the world of Halo scale, he's supposed to be bigger than an average character, an average figure. There's a 4-inch figure right there. We'll put him in front of Master Chief. So an Eagle Force hidden figure, that's how tall he is next to Master Chief. You put him next to Axel. Yeah, really? This is 1/18 scale? I have to go and look around to see if I can find any evidence that they announced or they said it was going to be 1/18 scale. Editor Mac here. I hate to interrupt this video, but after I filmed it, I did discover there was proof at the size of these figures. Inside the bubble, look at this. 4-inch Streets of Rage Axel and 4-inch Altered Beast. These packages actually say they are 4 inches tall. What a bunch of baloney. All right, back to the video because it matches more this. What is this? 1/10? Let's see, 1/18th, 1/12th. Is this like 1/14th? I don't know if that's even a thing. So Master Chief, there's the hidden. Let's bring in a Fortnite figure. So there's Fortnite. I mean, do I have to really keep giving this example here? Skeletron over here. That was Joy Toy right there, by the way. We'll keep swapping stuff out. I mean, really, do I need to keep showing things? Boss fight right here. Who can't stand up. The first one who can't just stand up. Just for fun and kicks, we'll bring in a Boris Ping female figure. I mean, it's not looking good at all. Let's replace Fortnite with a Marauders figure. Yeah. I think we understand what's going on here. Here's a modern style G.I. Joe figure, Sergeant Stone. And the last one I will just put up here is Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. That's the smaller figure, not the big 6.5 inch. Yeah, that's what I think. We'll just knock you all over. So I think you get the idea with these figures. We're going to scoot them all off to the side. Now let's put up a 6-inch or 1/12th scale classified. He is way too short for classified. In fact, Techno Viper heads off the screen, and we have 1/12th Valaverse Action Force over here. He is definitely a puny little shrimp next to these figures. You know, he's going to need his little fireball attack to even dent a Valaverse figure. I mean, this Valaverse figure is just gonna, like, oh man, my little joke has gone away. Like, you know, Valaverse is just gonna do something like this, like, boom, and knock him down. You know, he's silly. So, Axel, my man, you're like an in-between size. You kind of suck for the people who wanted the 1/18th scale. Man, this would have been so awesome. Just a little bit smaller. Just a little bit smaller would have been so awesome. So awesome. So disappointed. We'll get rid of him. Now let's look at the werewolf. The werewolf, though, might be a very different story. This is a beast. This is not a man. I mean, really, you didn't notice this was a beast, right? He's got the same butterfly joints. His head moves around. His head's actually kind of a soft plastic. Check this out. You can squeeze his mouth shut, and you can move his ears. I mean, they won't stay, but like he's got floppy ears, if you could see that. He has no rotation at the waist, but just the torso cut. It's not a bad figure, not really. One thing I am going to point out that I notice is the middle section and the head, the fur is much darker than like the body, I'm noticing. He's got this pretty much the same articulation, hinge and pivot at the ankle, double knee joints right there. You can go back that far. It's got the bicep rotation, double elbow. The elbow doesn't look real bad. I mean, sure, there's some gaps here and there, but overall, the elbow doesn't look too bad. I like this figure. I like him a lot. I think this figure will work a lot better if you're wanting to pair it up with, let's just bring in our resident 1/12 figures. So I think he's definitely way too small for a 1/12 scale figure because, you know, Action Force just can go and kick him again, but we'll get rid of these guys. I already measured him. Let's put him up next to Zelda, if she'll stand this time. And Buzz Lightyear. And you know what? He actually looks too small next to these. I don't know if I would... usually werewolves in mythology, aren't they like big? Like they go from men to like bigger men, like bigger werewolf men. So I would say standing at least next to Buzz Lightyear, he's too small for this level. And he's, I would say, just a little bit too small for Zelda. That's really fascinating. That like they don't even scale. Like, let's see, if you put him next to Axel, I would almost say he's too small for Axel. How fascinating is that to me? Let's get Master Chief, the resident tall 1/18 scale figure, and you know, I think that scales really well. I think that's good with this size. Wow, let's knock stuff over here. I think that's really good when you get him up to a fuller, higher height. Come on, dude. You were just like standing. What's up with you now? But yeah, I think size-wise, that works pretty well. Let's grab a Dime Novel Legends over here. We got our Gold Prospector. You know, I think it works really well. It might not be classified as a 1/18 scale figure, or maybe somebody over at Jakks just kind of messed up the numbering and like, oh, we're gonna make all of our figures that same height, when like World of Halo you have like taller figures, shorter figures, medium figures, because it's all in the World of Halo scale. It's all 1/18, but it's based off of a certain number, and then some are bigger and smaller. I'm wondering if Jakks Pacific, someone's just like, oh, we're doing 1/18 scale, and then they made this guy who would fit, looks like really well with 1/18, and then they just made Axel the same height. Like who does this? Okay, I know they don't really care about, you know, intermixing figures and with other brands and this and that. I know that's not really a thing, but I think Werewolf looks really good. Let's put the hidden in here from Eagle Force. Maybe. I don't have any O-ring figures to show at the moment, so I'm not going to bring an O-ring figure in. Here's Fortnite, who's apparently knocking over the Gold Prospector. I think you could do some really fun cowboy pictures with Werewolf and the Dime Novel Legends figures. I don't know that he actually looks the part for Fortnite, but I mean, it doesn't matter. It's your stuff, right? Let's see. Skeletron, well, he's going to be taller. He's like in between. He's like 4.25. He's in between this size and this size. It's like, I don't know why they made... I say Skeletron, that's Wolf Trooper. I don't know why they made this Wolf Trooper that tall. But you have a variety here. Let's grab Boss Fight. Put him back here, where you can't really see him. But anyway, I think he works really well. I think you'd be really happy if you got the Werewolf. They're $10 each of the figures. Axel, yeah, we're just gonna keep throwing him around. Axel's $10. Werewolf is $10. I don't know. I can't remember if there are any other Sega-based figures coming out. There's a Monkey Ball figure out there, and I don't care about that. It doesn't blend with anything when I was looking at it in the store. It blends with nothing. I think the best bet, your prized possession, would be this Werewolf if you want some Werewolf. I would be kind of interested. Let's get these guys. Can these heads pop off? Hey! Hey! The head pops off. Since Marauder's heads pop off really well, dude, it looks like... I don't know. It's not gonna pop on. You'd have to do some trimming. But, dude, look at this. You could actually have, like, I can't hold it. Come on, stay on there. Stay. Just bounce for a few seconds. You could have, like, a guy in a werewolf outfit here. Yeah. Hey, Master Chief's head pops off, right? Maybe it doesn't anymore. I have to find an old one. I bet you could put Master Chief's head on there. If you want to. Ooh, let's see. Does Zelda's head pop off? I'm kind of curious. Whoa! That was violent. Yeah, it does. There, you could pull her hair back. You could put Zelda's head on there. That kind of looks weird, right? That kind of looks different. Can we get Buzz's head off? Oh, look at this. Does it? Ugh! Well, not just smacking stuff here. Not initially. Let's see. Is there another? Ooh, what about the wolf? Wolf Trooper head. He's a bigger, taller. Ooh, that's like a really small ball joint. Oh my goodness! I can't even balance. There you go. You can put the wolf trooper, and it looks like a wolf trooper in a werewolf. So yeah, you could get these. You could trim down this ball joint just a little bit, and yeah, it looks like it's just too big. But trim that thing down. You could put some different heads on this. That would be ooh. Okay, we might have a use for Axel. If the werewolf's head pops off, does Axel's head pop off? Ugh. Oh. Are you serious? Look at that. 2 different ball joints. Same company, 2 different ball joints. Really? But that actually might redeem Axel right there. If you open up this hole in the head, maybe shave that down, I don't know, and put it on, you could have a werewolf Axel. That would redeem Axel right there, in my opinion. So werewolf is totally worth it. I would say Axel is totally not worth it unless you just like a headless figure. Let's put this head back on. And if you just like this figure, I mean, yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's, as I said, this is not a bad figure. It really is not. It's actually designed pretty well. It's not like overly rubbery. It makes me think of what Sergeant Savage to the Real American Hero G.I. Joe line. It's like we got these little bit bigger figures. I was like, come on, why aren't they blending? Why don't they work well with my older figures? That's what this makes me think of. And so actually he might be, hang on, just for kicks, here's an Iron Anvil figure. So he's actually even larger than a Sergeant Savage figure. Iron Anvil is definitely shorter. How tall is Sergeant Savage? I can't remember. Oh, they're like 4.5 inches, I guess. So if we put Master Chief here, oh yeah, look at that. So he's about the same size as Master. Whoa, I didn't realize that. I never put that together. That Halo Master Chief was the same size. I always felt Master Chief was a big figure, but I just never made that connection. So there you go. If you're kind of curious about these figures, I hope I was able to discuss them. And these are on ball joints. You could definitely do some customizing here. You know what? Okay, sorry. I was about to end the video. I got to see if we can try one more thing. Well, okay. The leg pops off. These have thigh swivels. It's... Oh, yeah, look at that. Got that leg popped off. I don't know if I can actually pop a leg off or not. You could really probably interchange and customize these things if you wanted to. Now it's just going to like... This has become like a customizing video, has it? You could almost probably like maybe swap the legs out and just kind of play around. You could do some customizing and do like a half werewolf, half man or something. Axel becomes altered beast. Oh, there we go. We got a leg off. There we go. We got a leg off. Let's see. Do they work? Do they fit? Well, I mean, no. I mean, yes. It's very loose. It's very loose. Sorry for attempting to end the video and then realizing, no, wait. So look at that. The ball joints are even different on the legs. You can't put the beast's leg joints on there at all. But you could put some very loose Axel legs on the beast. The next thing I'd be kind of curious about is popping off the upper hips and the thighs and swapping out those legs to see how well that would work. I don't know, that kind of gives an interesting look to a one-legged beast with one pair of jeans or something. They're actually kind of soft, and that's gonna be like a dynamic. There we go. Roar! Can we pop the arms out? That's oh, hey, whoa, hey. Whoa, hey. Oh, that's like really stressed out now. Hey. What do we got going on here? Again, it looks like they are the wrong size. What have I done to these figures? Oh my goodness, what have I done? So, oh my goodness. I don't even think I can get this guy to stand anymore because of it. Oh! Kind of. So, the pegs are completely different all around, or the ball joints are just completely weird all over the place for these. I can't even get his arm down anymore. Oh, there we go. So you could You could do some easy customizing, I would say, with these figures. You could just swap some parts out. You could do some weathering. You could do some neat stuff and do like a half werewolf, half man type of a thing. That would be kind of cool. He's got use as parts. So anyway, now I'll end the video. Thank you for stopping by watching. I hope you found this helpful and useful, and you can decide if you are interested in these figures if you haven't already. I will see you next time. This has been a lot of fun.